Brussels negotiator Michel Barnier today warned a Brexit deal remains difficult to complete before the end of the year. He said Britain's refusal to extend the transition period had left both sides with just 4 months to come to terms on their future relationship agreement. While the Frenchman pledged to accelerate talks, he once again accused UK officials of trying to obtain a best of both worlds Brexit. He said Britain was attempting to cherry-pick the best elements of the bloc's single market despite wanting to leave it. Mr. Barnier told MEPs, "I remain convinced that an agreement is possible. But we won't be striking an agreement at any price. We will never sacrifice the economic and political long-term interest of EU consumers and institutions for the benefit of the UK." He accused British negotiators of trying to win more favourable terms for the UK's manufacturers and bankers as part of the future relationship. The UK tries to negotiate a status which would be very similar to the status of a single market member without having any of the constraints or disciplines, that's cherry-picking on rules of origin, mutual recognition, financial services, qualifications, data flows and electricity. But Mr. Barnier remained positive that a deal can be struck after praising David Frost, the UK's chief negotiator, and his team. The Frenchman said, "We have 4 months of negotiations behind us and 4 months of negotiations before us. It's going to be difficult, but it's possible. The time is very short, and I share the feeling of urgency expressed by Boris Johnson. And that is why we have decided, together with my counterpart David Frost, to step up, in July and August, as well as September, the negotiations to have more concentrated, more targeted discussions." Meanwhile, Ursula von der Leyen cast doubt on Mr. Johnson's ambitious push to deliver a Brexit deal by next month. The European Commission President said trade negotiations are not yet halfway towards an agreement despite the Prime Minister hoping to rubber-stamp the pact in July. Speaking in the European Parliament, she said, "We are now halfway through these negotiations with 5 months left to go. But we're definitely not halfway through the work to reach an agreement, little time ahead of us." Mrs. von der Leyen promised that she would do everything within her powers to Britain leaves the post-Brexit transition with a deal.